39.5% of California residents don't speak English at home.
A computer virus destroyed all my files. A demonstrated ability to write clear, correct and concise English is a big trait. A full list of bibliography is needed at the end of all filed assignments. A study skill seminar is on for the students who require assistance. After she lost her job, she couldn't afford to feed her dogs, so she gave them away. Almost every representative of a new idea has to struggle and suffer similar difficulties. Anatomy is the study of internal and external structure of the body. Answering this complex question with a simple yes or no is absolutely impossible.
Basketball was created in 1891 by a physician in physical structure.
Biological information should be removed before the publication of the results.
Could you pass the materials to students that are in your row? Due to the rising number of courses, the university should increase their staffs too. Eating too much can lead to too many health problems.
Establishing and retaining intellectual leadership clearly takes strong management skills. Even with the permit, finding a parking spot on campus is still impossible.
Every year students pass the biology course easily.
Facebook is one of the most popular websites in the world today.
Few people now are skeptical about alternative power sources such as wind power.
Globalization has been an overwhelming urbanization phenomenon. He was constantly looking for ways to bring industry and agriculture together. I believe children should read aloud more. I can't attend the lecture because I have a doctor appointment. I could not save my works as my computer got crashed. I must see him before he flies out to London for about a week. I was overwhelmed with too much irrelevant information.
I will check again, but I'm pretty sure we are supposed to read the chapter 2.
I will now demonstrate how the reaction can be arrested by adding a dilute acid.
I would never feed my dog with commercial dog food. If she doesn't speak the language, she's not going to sit around for a week for a translator. If you forget your student number, you should contact Jenny Bridge. If you need any information about the university, you can check from information office located beside the corridor.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
Information is being given to readers in a format that looks familiar.
Interpreters are not readily available in this department. It is acknowledged that his work is groundbreaking. It is of utmost importance that don't rely on translation online.
It's the words of common occurrence that have different referential value. Junk food's popularity relies on marketing.
Lecture theater is located in ground floor of the building. Many health workers think that pensioners are too old to understand. Many species have yet to be described by biologists. More muscles are used in swimming than any other sports.
Most animals have triangular vocal cords, but the lion's mighty pipes are square.
No more than 4 people can be in the lab at once.
Number the beakers and put them away. On behalf of your department, I would like to thank you for your participation.
Our logbooks make up of 5% of total marks.
Our university has strong partnerships with industry as well as collaborative relationships with government bodies.
Parents should provide guidance and examples to children's values.
People with an active lifestyle are less likely to die early or to have a major illness. Physiology is the study of internal and external structure of the body. Please go straight and turn left to reach the library. Please prepare a PowerPoint presentation for tomorrow's meeting.
Please register your student email account at your earliest convenience.
Portfolio is due for an internal review no later than Tuesday.
Put the knife and fork next to the spoon near the edge of the table. Remember to sign the attendance register before leaving the lecture hall.
Reserved collection of books can be borrowed up to 3 hours.
Residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time in the semester.
She ate sandwich and drank juice. She has been in the library for a long time. She is an expert of the 18th century French literature. She sold all her furniture, so she could afford to feed herself and her dog. She used to be everywhere, but today she is missing.
Spiritualism is defined as a system of belief or religious practice. Student loans are now available for international students. Student services provide help with housing and transport.
Students are held accountable for adhering to established community standards.
Students are so scared of writing essays because they have never learned how.
Students will not be given credits for assignment submitted after the due date. That topic for discussion is usually related to the topic for a speech. The books in the library can be borrowed up to 3 hours.
The cafe house is closed down and the snack machine is still running.
The chemistry exam results will be posted on the website.
The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events is fascinating. The context includes both the land history and the human history. The date of the invention of the first clock was disputed among historians.
The first person in space was from the Soviet Union. The glass is not the real solid, because it doesn't have crystal structure.
The interaction of climate change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions. The library will be closed for 3 days over the bank holiday weekend. The majority of the hardware we are using was built for a customer. The meeting will take place in the main auditorium. The minimal mark for distinction is no less than 75%. The minimal marks for distinction is 75%.
The new hypothesis needs to be tested with a new controlled experiment.
The office opens on Mondays and Thursdays directly follow the freshman seminar. The officer said Dr. Smith will arrive later today.
The original Olympic Games were celebrated as religious festivals.
The pharmacy was closed when I went past this morning.
The professor plans to discuss these issues this evening. The program depends entirely on private funding. The real reason for global hunger is not the lack of food, but poverty.
The recent study has thrown out the validity of the argument.
The recent technical advances have not only been big, they have also been fast. The result of the study will be published next month.
The study showed that people's mood can be affected by news and weather reports.
The test covered materials from all chapters in this course this semester. The tutor is there for help, so do ask if you don't understand anything. The university celebrated the Earth Day by planting trees.
The verdict depends on which side was more convincing to the jury. The visiting professor is going to give a lecture on geology. The way of looking at something depends on your situation. The wheelchair lift has been upgraded this month. There are no scheduled classes during the final exam weeks. There is varying plagiarism across different university departments. There will be open book exams on Monday the 28th.
To understand its entity, we need to go back to its origin.
Tom doesn't watch TV except on Saturdays. Traffic is very bad in the evening, therefore, we must leave early.
Unfortunately, the two most interesting economic selections clash on my timetable.
We are not going to accept the assignment after the due day on Friday. We must not be discouraged by setbacks in life. We should take gender into account when analyzing the data. We will discuss these two pictures in next lecture. What distinguishes him and others is that he used black and white paper.
When demand for the new course rose, University Authority took in additional academic resources.
When I was in school, I had many of the same problem you do now.
Will those happy days ever be forgotten by you? Would you like to videotape our lecture?
You must complete this chapter before going to the field trip. You should include your name and identification number in the application form. You will find the economics section on the second floor of the library.